in the RDA.
Oh, I understand that,
And
yeah.
so once you form the RDA, and it's not that those funds are then available to you. You can change in the long term how much debt you get involved in and the distribution of tax allocation at some point in time. But nothing that you will do in the RDA will provide you more money on an ongoing basis for general fund programs.
Yeah. But administration and debt service don't really buy a street or a street light or something like that. And that's for the amount of dollars that's available for projects and things like that. I think it makes your what you would commonly call your carrying costs extremely high percentage.
And Mr. Chair, could I interject?
Please.
I apologize for the momentary lapse there, but the drastic increase that you're seeing, where you're going from the 123 to the 183, is intended to compensate for any costs that may be incurred with the bond issuance. All of those, as it says on there, we're taking a 15% flat fee and guesstimating that as an administrative cost. It won't necessarily be anywhere near there. It's a flat figure that was used throughout. And so you can see that once you get past 2009, 2010, it starts steadily declining. For what that's worth. So it was a guesstimate. And then also, I don't have the actual figures here in front of me. I had generated them for the workshop some months ago. But the actual tax dollars that are paid in, property tax dollars that are paid in, the local county government gets to keep a very small percentage of those. And then, of course, they go into the general fund and they're distributed throughout. So while it is true that the formation of this agency takes some small amount of funding from the county general fund, it puts them in a place, the redevelopment agency, to where they can be leveraged for very high impact local projects. So that's all I wanted to add.
Supervisor Koufax, do you have any comments to Supervisor Pinch's request?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm going to jump in here a little bit. I too believe that redevelopment agencies are there to fund the infrastructure improvements, housing, those things that take care of people and generate the availability of infrastructure to allow for the market to proceed in an orderly way without incurring all those costs for infrastructure. I like what I'm seeing in year one. I know Supervisor Pinch is adamantly opposed to consultants, but you need the professional staff, which we do not have, to develop the long-range plans to get us to the point of boots on the ground and concrete being poured, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm looking for a little understanding from Supervisor Pinch's, but the blighted areas that are in the RDA north and south need these funds. What I'm concerned about is not all of those funds are going to those areas as I read this. And if you look on page 6, the center of the page, my concern is only year one, explore opportunities for recreation programs and open space development or enhancement. Second sentence, partner with schools, community agencies, interjurisdictionally to complete a design and or construction of one project. That says a lot of things to me. And yes, recreational opportunities and programs are a vital part of the thread of the community. But I say here today that our list of infrastructure and needed housing availability dollars far outweighs this little bit of money to do that type of a project. And county council can hit me over the head or whatever, but I'm speaking to the youth-oriented activity on the south end of town specifically right now. I've been contacted by 13 separate citizens thanking me for the RDA's financial commitment to finish that program. We haven't had that discussion. We haven't made that commitment, nor do we have the dollars to afford that extension. We have far too many infrastructure projects, and I would rather fund the housing and the infrastructure improvements, which would then generate additional activity and dollars to then be able to fund such a project. That, to me, makes total sense. And actually, that program, that location, is right across the street from my district. It is not in my district. It's in the 5th district. And to commit any additional dollars, no matter how big or how small, on top of the $1 million the county has already funded that facility for, I think is a slap in the face of the 3 supervisors that have not been able to come to the bank and ask for their $1 million in projects. So maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into this, but this second sentence says to complete a design and/or construction of one project. That's very specific to me.